Welcome to Lobster Magnet's Review, the channel to review. I'm here with my buddy Gorogregoro and Zavule, and we are here to talk about Chapter 44 of The Promised Neverland. Now, I was like super hyped for this chapter. I was really pleased. Like, it was a really competitive week in manga. There were like a lot of strong contenders, you know, vying for the top. But surprisingly, this was like I think my favorite chapter I saw out of all the things that came out. I absolutely loved the fucking H.R. Giger horse that like rode in, and that was like, you know, that's what I live for. On some way you could argue that maybe it was a little bit cliched in the sense that, like, you know, oh, then the outside source comes and picks him up, but there'd been enough foreshadowing of the Leaf people, and he's riding a fucking H.R. Giger horse. Horse. So Scott,
it's a fucking cool design for a horse. I love it.
Scott, it's a cool design. It's a cool design. But
you are not a fan of the Giger horse, and I was very annoyed.
It's not that I'm not a fan. It's just that I'm not nearly as impressed by it as you are.
I could argue
like in
that,
terms of like story and pacing of it, like when it shows up and stuff.
No, just the like, of course, it's like it's gonna swoop in and save Ray, and everything's gonna be fine. And like, I was really hoping like
child death.
Like,
right.
Well, like as soon as she's like, come with me, it's like, okay, cool. Maybe they've gotten smart, and maybe rather than send a bunch of fucking like terrifying murder machines after them, that's just going to scare them into running. The obvious solution to me felt like, okay, well, just get one of the other mamas from one of the other
plantations.
Yeah, plantations. Dress her up, shove her in the forest, and then basically use the demons to herd the children towards this figure and be like, come with me, everything's going to be fine. It's okay, everything's fine. There's a resistance, everything's great, chill, everything's fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, you're back at a plantation, suck a dick.
That's what you want. That's what you want, the ultra cynical.
Oh.
But I thought it like perfectly earned that like fist pumping thing, and I love the sort of stupid proselytizing and theory crafting you can make from it. And I think I know what the kid's powers is going to be, because like it's interesting. Like I feel like in this chapter we saw the sort of limit of like just having them be smart in a world with like giraffe demons and hound demons and whatnot, in the sense that like, you know, I still loved it, but like, you know, my incredible power is running really fast, and now I'm going to use my analytical mind. Ooh, which direction should I run? Ooh, I'm going to make a sharp turn, and that'll get me away from it. And the demons are kind of like, you know, do wolf pack formation. We're just going to, you know, tire you out, and then we're going to get you. You're a little child body. You know, you think you're clever. You think you're really clever with your action, throw the scarf at the eyes movement. You're not winning this fucking game. You're not winning this fucking game.
Okay, all right. That was good, though. I'll give you that. Yeah, there is only so much that can happen when you're like fucking 12 years old and your opponent is like a 15-foot tall murder machine. Terrifying demon creature with like.
But the catch is they can't murder.
Eyes and also swords. I mean, really, there's only so much you can do when you're 12 years old and your opponent's a fucking sword. Let alone is a terrifying demon monster.
And in some respects, I'm really impressed that the series has gone this far without introducing a superpower. And you know, in some ways, I'm kind of rooting for them to be smarting, but this is what I think is going to happen. Like, I think it's interesting that, like, all right, so now we know that there's a resistance. Who knows? Scott's prediction could be right. It could be another farm that's, like, by the demons. But it looks like there's this either weird beast or genetic engineering technology. And I think the kids are all going to get their own little H.R. Giger monsters, which they can, like, command and control. I think that's going to be their superpower. They're going to get these bioorganic H.R. Giger monsters with, like, special powers. And they're going to use really smart ways to how to control their Giger monsters.
So basically, it's going to be spider riders.
Only with H.R. Giger monstrosities that they ride and do shit with.
Yeah,
I don't know what spider riders are, but that is
just what I wanted to hear, Isaac.
Hey,
I'm not really nearly as impressed by this like weird 8-legged thing as you are, because
it's such a cool design.
Creature in this goddamn series is fucking weird. Of course, it's going to have 8 legs. Why wouldn't it have 8 legs? After the plant that eats people and animals and basically anything.
Actually, I'm counting the legs right now. It's 6 legs.
I thought it was. I think Scott was right. Are you sure? I thought it had 8.
Let me check real quick.
It had 2 in the front, 4 in the middle, and then
there's
like
a tail,
2 in the back.
I think.
All right, hold on.
And it had that weird mop of like blonde hair.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's Ray's foot. All right, so there's. All right, no, I think Greg is right. I think there are 6 legs here, and that is really a weird placement for Ray's foot. You can't tell if there's an extra foot in there, or that Ray's body is hiding it, or if there are only 6
Also,
legs.
we gotta count William Minerva's legs, or whoever the fuck that guy is.
Well, no.
Fucking badass sci-fi dude.
Well, no, if you look at the picture, Ray's entire body is blocking where that other leg would be.
I think the artist probably wouldn't draw it like directly behind Ray's body so much. It'd probably be a little bit lower, like just so for clarity's sake, just to signify. You see, like there's like there's a white outline over the entire horse monster in general, and for each of these characters. So I think they would have like separated that in terms of like a white halo line separating Ray's outline with the horse's outline.
So you think it's got 6 legs?
I mean, still,
It's got more than 4. That's all that matters. It's something that you don't see every day.
fine, whatever. I mean, the point being, it's like literally everything here is fucking weird looking. Why would you assume a normal horse? Like, honestly, that would have shocked me more than this thing. It's like, it's basically in fucking Avatar. It's like, it's a bear, like a platypus bear. No, just a bear. That's weird. That would have shocked me more if they'd somehow managed to get a goddamn horse.
Yeah, I guess I could see that argument, but I don't know. I guess because we've seen so few of like the mythical creatures that inhabit the Promised Neverland universe, and we have very little context. Although there's like this design aesthetic of the demons that I was like, it reminded me of something, and then like I was able to click on. You guys remember Half-Life 2 Episode 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember the little mini striders, the hunters?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
They remind. Look it up. They're like these little tripod enemies, and they've got like these 2 lights. And I was just thinking like they got the demon with its like main eye, and it's like looking around intensely, and they really remind me of the hunters from Half-Life 2, kind of.
I guess. I guess that kind of.
Oh, do you mean the dog creatures?
Yeah. Well, I guess you could call them dog creatures. They're like they're like mini striders.
Sort of. Yeah, with even with the vertical masks and like the 2 eyes that the hunters have, which I'm looking at right now.
I guess so. I guess I can kind of see that.
So obviously we got a big action sequence of Ray getting chased by the woods with the most incredible game of tag, pushing my little 11-year-old body as far as I could, as dramatic as you could make, running away in trees and throwing a scarf. But we also got a second half to this little epic saga of, the little kids
questioning little leaf girl and her being really creepy and not very informative at all.
Yeah. Hey, what are your thoughts about, is she going to be a friend? Is she going to be an ally? Is she with, like, Horse Guy?
I mean, I don't think so, because, wait, isn't that, no, I think you might be right. Yeah.
They're wearing similar clothing.
They are wearing very similar clothing, so.
So the implication...
I would assume that they're associated with each other.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like it's sort of like a misdirection to make us suspicious of the Leaf Girl. To think, the kids are maybe in even more shit that we don't know about. But then once the kids raised, saved by Giger Horseman, then we're sort of like given the reassurance that maybe these guys are actually good after all. The children of the forest with their genetic abominations.
All right, now I got a dumb question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So these children are brought up in these idyllic settings, and they're taught things, and they're basically given free rein to play and do all of this other shit. And the entire point is to eventually eat them or whatever. Okay, so it's not like these children are coming from somewhere else, and you have to protect their delicate sensibilities. Oh no, there are monsters. I mean, why wouldn't you just have a bunch of demons pretending to be really sweet and friendly and kindly, and be oh yes, no, it's perfectly normal. This is. But you're all going to look like this by age 35. you're going to go into a cocoon at around 13, and then you have to take you to a special incubation area where you don't get hurt, and you'll be fine. Yes, spin your own web. It's perfectly normal. And be why the fuck not? I mean, they're fucking children. They don't fucking know any better. They believe in goddamn Santa Claus to tell them to. Fuck it. Just tell them this is perfectly normal, so the next time they see a bunch of goddamn demons loading a child into a goddamn fucking car, the obvious conclusion is, they're taking this friendly child off to be cocooned,
so they can
cocoon himself to grow into adulthood, so he can be one of these weird fucking monsters with two eyes like that. It's like a fucking butterfly process here. Everything is fine. Don't panic and don't run.
I have some questions about that method.
What?
All right. For one, the kids, you want them to have a semi-normal life. They want to learn more about the world. So you have to create a whole mythology of books centered around kids growing up to be this adult creature that,
Yeah, why not? I mean, they already have, gone through all the problem of putting fucking cameras and trackers and, creating this incredibly intensive surveillance
so why
society.
Not, this weird butterfly demon fan fiction of how children become, demons.
Adults.
Yeah, I mean, why the fuck not? I mean, that seems perfectly fucking normal.
Well, because then you'd have to draw the demons all the time, and they're like a special thing, and that's what makes this thing special. It's it's really sweet in the surface, but then we know the true horrible truth, and the truth is just lurking, and we're excited to learn more about the demons and what they're about and what they're the reasons for their design choices.
Also,
versus having them around all the time.
Also, from a reader's perspective, of course, there'd be problems as well because the element of surprise and about the demons' actual purpose of them would be negated because you see demons are actually taking care of the kids. And actually, it would probably be really funny though at the end of it if they at the end of it just wait a minute, these demons are actually gonna eat us.
Come on, wouldn't you want to read on if that was the first thing you saw was these demons gently bathing a small child or setting food in front of them and being sweet, and then it's what the fuck is going on here? Why are these demons taking care of this small child? When do I get to grow up to be just like you? Oh, you'll spin your cocoon soon enough. Wouldn't that fucking weird you out enough to want to keep reading just as much as anything else? It's some weird fucked up alternative reality. Is this actually going to happen, or is this is clearly bullshit?
I kind of want now 2 different versions of Promised Neverland. this one, and the fucking demons as pretend
As
adults.
Yes. Well, you could say that like maybe most of the demon population isn't intelligent enough to like do the manual care, and that like this is going off the very limited information we have the 2 bruiser demons from like the very first chapter, and they're like, hey, I want a taste of the finger. Oh, the finger tastes good. No, you can't eat that. That's for the rich. Now I'm gonna go in this little truck and you Charlie drive the demons up to drive the little kids, the seasoning and the sauce, bring it to market, and then I'm gonna go get my paycheck. I'm gonna watch my television on the telly, watch the demon football game as I eat my processed slop.
For anyone here listening in England, we're so sorry. We're so sorry.
Oh yeah, because they did say Knave, so they do have English accents confirmed. The demons have
English accents confirmed. So obviously
you bloody knaves.
Fuck. So okay, maybe they just don't care enough to do it. Maybe it's just like really obnoxious, and it's like I don't know. It's like why everyone doesn't fucking raise chickens. Like doesn't really involve
why would a human want to pretend to be a chicken and to raise chickens?
I'll be honest. Now I kind of want to see like some of the like fancy artisanal farmers that like hand raise chickens in a free range environment. Like, to minimize the impact on the chicken's psyche, wear a giant chicken suit.
We're just taking you to the chicken plant where you'll grow up into like a big version like me. You'll become a big bird. Just like a chicken farmer who's like dressed up as Big Bird.
Exactly.
To suit the chickens.
So
okay,
if you want to,
maybe that doesn't bother me as much as it originally did.
If you want to point out,
everyone else hates children as much as we do.
If we all want to point out the potential problems of the demon caretaker's idea, we'll just point to the chicken, the guy in a chicken suit taking care of chickens.
Well, the one thing that your like little suggestion does remind me of is you ever read that famous Arthur C. Clarke novella Childhood's End?
Yeah.
So you know how they have the overlords are like these super intelligent aliens, and they don't reveal what they look like until like 200 years after they bring peace to humanity. And then the reason why is because they basically look like devils and Satan.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Right. Because like otherwise everyone would like flip their ever loving shit.
Yeah, and they wait 200 years, and they like stage the perfect scenario where they have like a kid who's like playing with its tail and its like fucking wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's like that. Maybe they need another 200 years of indoctrination, or maybe the demons just don't fucking care, or the system, as far as we know, has been working just fine. They've been shipping off kids for years. As far as we know, these are the only kids to ever escape it. So, maybe that's what they try and do with Phil's generation. That like Phil's the only one who knows the truth. But they're like trying to spin it. You're going to become nice and strong and spin a cocoon and become just like us.
Yeah. I wonder how the demons are going to go with Plan B now that the kids know what the hell this whole place is, the whole farm is. So
the real question is next, like I've really been enjoying the escalation we've been getting. It's it's pretty like interesting with the tree problem, but then we get like the fucking forest feral demon, then we get like the real shit, and then we get the real shit with like Ray's forced to like actually confront them directly. And now we've got H.R. Giger, blonde-haired horse monsters riding around. So the iconography of, Promised Neverland is about to expand hugely. And I'm hoping that we're going to get that info dump next chapter, that we're going to go to the Resistance camp, and they've all these weird machines for, genetically engineering fucking monstrosities that they use around.
Fingers crossed.
I think Isaac and Scott, I think both of your suggestions about what's going to happen with these people, these leaf people, could both be right, actually. Like, I think it could potentially be that, like right now they seem like very friendly, like they're gonna become friendly,
Well, we don't know.
but then eventually become traitors. Like you're gonna realize that they're slowly setting up the kids to bring them to another form.
It could go either way. As of right now, because he saved Ray, that's the assumption that they're good, and they have that like never give up, and they have that big splash page, and the horse is like leaping over, and it's like never give up, and that was the moment when I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm pumped because like I guess
you want to start chanting USA while you do that.
maybe US.
How about what is
trying to think. Racefield Farms. Racefield Farms.
TPN.
TPN.
So I will say one thing that I am very, very pleased that neither one of these people had fucking goggles and a scarf.
See, I told you it wasn't gonna be an actual thing.
I know. I'm just very happy about that.
Well, one of them
sure, this guy has a lance and like
as a badass lance
cloak.
too.
Yeah, but no goggles. At least that we can tell.
Now, maybe he still have a monkey little sidekick, a lemur sidekick.
Maybe it'll be like some deformed horror monkey, since every fucking animal we've seen so far has been like some sort of Giger monstrosity of terror.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would be okay with the mascot of the series having, like, 7 limbs and, like, 4 eyes or something, and, like, teeth on its goddamn tail.
Yeah, this is something freaky. Because, that's what I like. I love the design for the Giger horse. It's something new. It implies new possibilities. That's why I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Good chapter. Great chapter. Keep it on, expanding your horizons, giving us more and making us more intrigued. And we're closer to that info jump. So, guys, I know Scott needs to make food. What would you guys rate it?
I give it an 8.5. Good chapter.
Scott? Zavule?
I'll give it an 8.
I would give it a 9. I was very pleased. It was like, the best sort of like action shonen-y thing. But, as we have been playing the game from every time we do these reviews, when's it going to start sucking? When's it going to jump the shark? There's like, this feels like the closest indication of like what their powers could be. Scott, if my prediction holds fast and they have like little Giger monsters that are like their pals that they're like linked to, would that ruin it, or would that still feel in line with what we've seen so far?
I don't know.
I think it depends on how they reveal it.
If they had, like, I don't know, would they be intelligent? That's an interesting question.
I think, like, they should be, like, intelligent in the sense that they react to the kids and they can take commands, but I don't think they should fucking talk.
Not like Pokemon, where they just...
Or if they talk in, like, a very limited vocabulary.
What, like, are you saying, like, Pokemon?
Yeah, I feel like what would totally ruin it for me is if there was another magical vegan sect of demons. And I would just be so very bored with that.
So you don't want any good demons. That's what you're afraid of.
I mean, I'm okay with... Like, I'm okay with animals that they've adapted to a purpose. But if it turns out there's like a bunch of like PETA style people
like
for the
a whole bunch of demons that are protesting
something.
What happens if they're the opposite? What happens if they're like demons who just like are slovenly and just like don't give a shit about like testing the kids, and they basically like eat the equivalent of like bodega food?
Oh my god.
Oh, will they just eat any random kid?
What do you say, Scott?
It's also pretty fucking lame.
Well, the real question is, like, will the person who's saved... Well, it's probably not Norman, because I don't think Norman could, like, lift up Ray. Norman was not a big kid.
Yeah.
So
unless
we don't have to worry about...
like a mech outfit right now. Just like, you know,
No. They fucking introduced
could be in a mech suit.
Done. I mean,
I feel.
Sorry, say again.
I feel like what they're going to introduce, we're either going to get technology or we're going to get bioorganic monstrosities, because this chapter definitely did show the limit of like being able to run and being the best tactical runner. You know, you're not going to be able to like have 100 chapters of that.
Do you think Norman would have been able to outrun these dogs, these demon dogs?
Maybe he would have been able to outsmart them and like lead them on a false trail and double back and run up a tree or something.
That would have been badass.
I don't know.
Like,
I'll be
Norman's
honest,
like, I'm going to show you how to outrun these dogs.
I'll be honest. Norman and Ray were supposed to be about the same level. Maybe Norman a little bit smarter, but I mean, I kind of feel like that would end the same way. Again, with the like, there's only so much you can do when you're fucking 12 goddamn years old. Opponents are like 15 feet tall, intelligent, and also have like manufactured weapons.
Manufactured intelligent weapons. Remember, they got like little comm systems, and they can fucking talk, the little demon hounds.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that would have made a difference.
But it was nice though to see them like basically kind of like reach the limits of like what their cleverness could, because like, you know, there is a definite thing where it's like, you know, if there was like Home Alone traps for the fucking like demon dogs, it would have felt like, you know, fuck you, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is like I feel like at a certain point there had to be some kind of intervention, because it would have reached eventually kind of a slapstick point where it basically would have been Home Alone in the fucking forest with demons.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they could pull off, like, one or two clever hunting traps.
Where did you get paint cans? Whoa!
we took these marbles and fucking, jacks from our playpen. Good thing we kept them. Whoa! The demons are falling down. Oh, my God. They're, like, tripping all over.
And you hear the demons call each other by names. You're like, damn it, Marv!
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because that's one thing. The demons should always feel threatening, and they should always feel like this cosmic force that like the kids don't stand a chance against.
Yeah, not cannibalistic wet bandits.
Yeah.
And I forget what I was gonna say about all this. I'm just really excited for the next chapter, because like it feels like we just got like a little hint of like, you know, some really cool badass shit that's about to go down, and like we got a whole bunch of like, oh, I'm gonna dodge this way, dodge that way, and a little bit of like trolling from that little girl, Leaf Girl, but it feel like it didn't give like enough like meat to like really like cling to. I want more. I want more.
You want that big exposition. We're like dying for that exposition. You know, the Attack on Titan basement key. I'm trying to think of what other fucking mysteries. I guess that wall scroll in Naruto that had like 3 different meanings, and you needed like 5 bajillion eyes to read it to get the fucking truth of the Uchiha eye. I'm trying to think of what other like
I don't
good
really
mystery
that.
boxes. Yeah, it wasn't worth memory. But, like, you know, some sort of long-running mystery. Or, you know, if you want to use a One Piece example, like, you know, learning
Mystery
about the actual... what the actual One Piece is and what the Will of D is. You know, I am dying for those info dumps. I know I'm not going to get them for a long fucking time, but when that day comes, I'm going to be like, almost they're, like, really lame.
Next chapter better be a fucking info dump. I want to know anything about these fucking characters. Anything about the Leaf people.
The most frustrating thing I'd be is if like the Leaf people like divert their questions. We can't tell you now. I don't like. Neither of you played Destiny, but there's this famous quote. Like the first Destiny game didn't really have much of a story, and there's this famous thing where there's this robot woman. He's like, I don't even have enough time to tell you why I don't have enough time.
God damn it.
And it was like the ultimate fucking, you know, the stupid robot woman is having this conversation with this off-screen thing about things that may be important to the stupid mythology, which is like, I don't have time to explain why I don't have time. It's like, fuck you, game. You don't have the courtesy to give me an info dump of your stupid darkness bullshit mythos, and that I have to go hunt in a Grimoire card and read offline on the fucking Bungie app or online or on the fucking website? No, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. It's because you didn't know what your shit was about. So that's what I'm afraid of, is that, like, or like, that scene in Attack on Titan that we just saw recently in the second season where Eren has all the answers, right in front of him with the two guys who can explain everything, and he doesn't get jack shit from them. So that's what I'm afraid of, that, like, they're like, we don't have time to explain. You just need to follow us and do this thing. Or, sometimes you'd see it in Lost a lot, where it's like, you have to push this button to save the world. Okay, why is it saving the world? What is this button doing to save? No, man, you just gotta.
That's not important. What's important is that you do it and believe.
Yeah,
something like that. Fucking Lost.
We gotta turn the crank to do the thing, because that's when the thing will happen.
Because that's what we're told from Jacob. That's why.
Don't ask the questions of logic and reason of why there's a giant sinkhole that shoots light out from the island, or what the fuck that has to do with the electromagnetic pulses that come out from the island. You just have to believe and do the thing. That's the only thing that's important. Save the cheerleader. Save the world, man. So, I'm hoping we don't get something like that.
Fingers crossed. Christ.
All right, so I think we should wrap this up. We gave our review scores. Scott needs to eat.
Yep.
So, guys, what do you think we should shill on this ever so special podcast? I could try and find the Promised Neverland manga. I don't know if it's out yet in America, or if they're.
How about a horse anatomy book? We learn all about horse anatomy for this monster creature.
There's part of me that wants to do like Peter Pan shit.
How about an H.R. Giger? How about an H.R. Giger book?
Maybe. H.R. Giger, Art of H.R. Giger wouldn't be terrible. I don't know. Maybe is there anything like human food, with like pretend human meat, child meat?
Oh, you're thinking about overall general Promised Neverland.
Yeah, I would like something that has like similar to the theme of the series that I could fit in. That's kind of cute and clever.
Baby brain food. I don't know if that's the. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's a thing. Baby brain food.
I'd have to look. All right, you know what? Just buy the H.R. Giger books of artwork. It's kind of cool.
Wait,
we got an H.R. Giger.
I got something. I think I got something.
What do you got? What's that?
All right, here we go. Hold on. Kabam.
What is this? Blue ribbon, beard, cowboy hat.
Why?
I don't know. You asked for the dumbest shit we could shill, and there you go.
Okay, so all right, so, you've had a long day farming little human children, it's not, you're this working class demon, you're shilling all these humans, you're not allowed to fucking eat them.
All these damn knave children.
These damn children,
knaves.
You just want to relax, kick it back, and that's what you need. You need this blue ribbon, because you are a child farmer. You were working, tilling those fields, impregnating those mamas, doing just all this hard labor with those fucking babies and those fucking 11-year-olds. So you need a Pabst Blue Ribbon hat.
And you need to get a Pabst Blue beer and say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. All
right, take it easy, Scott. It was a fun review. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit.
All right.
But yes, so you need a Pabst Blue Ribbon hat. Buy the Pabst Blue Ribbon hat. It's in the description below. It's great. So yeah, go get the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Sounds good. All right. So see you later then.
You gotta love shooting gun back, yeah. Love just a 10, I don't you grab it.